This is the perfect strength training routine. It only uses one dumbbell, but we are gonna work your upper body, your lower body, and your core in just 15 minutes. So here it is, my friend. Here is your workout of the week. Okay, so have a dumbbell handy, but we're not gonna need it quite yet because we're gonna go through the whole first circuit of exercises, kind of treating like this first time through as our warm-up, all right? So begin with your feet planted about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider than your hips. And we're just gonna sit really far down and back, really pushing your booty out behind you into a squat. You wanna be able to wiggle those toes and then push through your legs to stand back up. Then we're gonna reach your arms really high up overhead, kind of stretching your shoulders as we go. Bring your hands back down to your chest. Do that again. Squat down, making sure your knees don't wobble in or out. Push evenly through each foot and then reach really high up ahead, up overhead. Squat down again, stand up and push overhead. Bring your hand back down, squat down, stand up, push. Let's go two more just like that. Squat down, stand up, push. Last one. Squat down, stand up, and push. Let's squat back down, but this time I want you to place your elbows right on your knees. Keep your booty out behind you, making sure that you're not rounding your back. Good posture here. Take your right hand and reach it high up to the sky. Bring that hand back down and reach the left arm up high. Exhaling at the top. Rotate and reach again. Bring that hand down, rotate and reach again. One more on each side. Bring it down and reach. Bring it down. Go ahead and stand up straight. Turn to the side. And we're gonna work on a balance exercise, kind of getting all of our balancing muscles going. So hinging forward at the hip, standing on one leg. When you stand all the way back up to vertical, bring your knee up from behind into a strong knee drive, making sure that you're not tipping backwards, okay? If you need to put a fingertip on the wall, just briefly you can. Okay, so hinge over. Stand up straight, bring that knee up. And it does help if your standing knee is slightly bent. This exercise, we're getting all of those balancing muscles firing, the muscles through your hips, your glutes, but also your core here too. Last one, good job, switch legs. So now grab the ground with the other foot, standing knee is slightly bent. Let's hinge over, just kicking that leg up behind you. Stand up straight and drive this knee up in front. And it might feel like the first 1 or 2 repetitions, you need to hold on to something just to kind of guide your movements. And then once you get the hang of it, you should be able to let go and really work on that balance. Last rep here. Think strong through your core and set that foot down. Let's climb down on the floor now. In half kneeling position. If you need to kind of fold the mat up to give your knee a little bit more cushion here, you can, okay? And we're gonna kind of rock between a deep hip flexor stretch, so keep your tailbone tucked down just a little bit. Press your hip forward and then rock it back into a hamstring stretch. Do that again, rock it forward and rock it back. 2 more. Press your hip bone forward, glute is tight, and rock it back. Last one on this side, and rock it back. Let's switch sides. Right knee goes down, left leg forward, kind of out in front of you a little ways. Tuck your tailbone under. We're gonna squeeze this glute forward to feel that in your hip flexor, and then rock it back into a hamstring stretch. Press it forward. Rock it back, press it forward, rock it back. Last round, press it forward and rock it back. Okay, my friend, go ahead and climb up onto your feet. We're gonna grab that dumbbell now. Now this first round through with the weight, it's okay if you use something on the lighter side just to get the hang of it. I'm using about a 15-pound dumbbell here. That could be too heavy for you. It could be way too light for you, okay? I want you to feel like you're having to work at the exercise, but it shouldn't feel like you have to have bad technique to make the movement happen, okay? So planting your feet, just like we did with our very first movement. Let's sit down into your squat. See if you can touch your elbows to your knees. We just have that dumbbell right at your chest. Push through your legs to stand up, and then press the weight all the way up overhead. Back to your chest, squat down again, stand up, and push. Squat down again, sit really far back into your hips, stand up, squeezing those glutes at the top. Let's do 2 more just like that. Squat down. It does help if you exhale as you push overhead. Good job. Okay, I want you to put the dumbbell in your right hand. We're gonna plant your left leg forward, right toes back, and kind of sink into this split squat or kind of lunged position. Make sure that this front knee is lined up nicely over your ankle, and just take your chest and hinge it forward over this thigh. Now that we're in this position, holding steady with your legs, we're gonna pull that right arm back into a row and then release. Do it again. Release. Keep your core pulled in tight. We're gonna go to 6, 5, and 6. Release. Step your back foot in. Switch hands. Extend your left leg out behind you. Once again, we're sinking in deep, keeping your chest over your thigh. Let's pull the left arm back, squeezing your shoulder blade back as you pull. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. There's 6. Good job. Let's set that back knee down on the floor and hold on to that dumbbell on the sides. In this position here, what I want you to do is tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your glute, squeeze your core from the front to lock your torso really steady. Okay, so everything basically from shoulders down is gonna be motionless. Take this dumbbell right at your chest, and we're gonna wrap it around your head in what's called a halo. Now go the other direction. Wrap it around your head. Up and around. So this one is working your core muscles by holding and stabilizing your legs steady, but we're also working your shoulders. Now this is obviously one that the heavier you go, the harder it's gonna be. Okay, let's switch legs. Step your other foot forward, tuck the tail, squeeze that glute, lock it in with your core. Let's go. Wrap it around your head, back to your chest, wrap it around the other way. Wrap it around, nice and firm, locked in tight through your core. 2 more. Wrap it around. Last halo. And release. Let's put the dumbbell in your right hand. Stand back up onto your feet. Plant your left foot firmly on the floor. Just like we did in the warm-up, we're gonna do this one-legged hip hinge, essentially a single leg balance. So we're just kind of pushing back into this hip. This dumbbell is coming towards the floor. Stand back up, hinge over again. Should feel like you're really using this glute and hamstring of your standing leg to help pull you back up to standing. 2 more on this side. Last one. Switch hands. Put it back. In the left hand, right foot is gripping and kind of grabbing onto the floor. Let's hinge forward and stand up. Again, if you need to put a fingertip on a wall or the back of a chair here, you can. Push into that hip, making sure that you've got good posture. I don't want you to be collapsing through your torso. Should be rigid like a board, but your standing knee is bent. Let's go 1 more on this side. Great job. Okay, put it back at your chest. We're back to the beginning of our circuit, okay? So thumbs are kind of touching your chest here as we sit down and back into your squat. Stand up, push overhead. Let's go to 6. 2, sit down and back. 3, 4. It should feel like as you push overhead As you exhale, it really helps to fire up and stabilize your core so that as you push overhead, you're not feeling wobbly at all. Okay, put the dumbbell in your right hand, left foot forward, right foot is back. Sink low into this, bringing your torso over that front thigh. Let's pull that right arm back really strong into a row. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switch hands, switch legs. Left foot is back. Sink it in. Try to stay low. Get low with your legs. Chest, good posture still, but chest is out over that thigh. Pull back strong, squeezing your shoulder blade back as you pull. 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Let's set that back knee down, finding this half kneeling position, tailbone tucks. Hold onto the dumbbell on the fat sides again. We're gonna wrap it around your head. Back to the chest. Go again, wrap it around. There's 2. Locked in, nice and stable. 4, 5, and 6. Switch legs. I love the way that feels for the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone again, squeeze that right glute, use your core to hold you in steady. Let's do that again, wrap it around your head. Switch directions. Think strong through your legs. 1 more rep. Good job. Okay, put it back in the right hand. Climb back up onto your feet. Let's do that single leg deadlift again. So balancing on this left leg. We're just gonna hinge over, bringing the dumbbell towards about knee level. If you want a little balance challenge at the top here, you can add that knee drive, okay? Don't add the knee drive though if you feel like your balance is really a struggle. Some of you guys have great balance, it's not a problem. While others might find that this exercise in particular is just always really, really challenging. So you might always have to put your fingertip on a wall, that's okay. We'll go 1 more. In all my years training, this exercise in particular, it can be just so frustrating for so many people. Okay, so spreading out the toes, bend into the knee, that really, really matters. And then you're just going to hinge over, keeping your core as firm as possible. Stand it up, drive that knee up in front of you. Do that again. Kick it over, stand it up. Think really stable through that standing leg, really strong. I find it helps a lot if you think about grabbing the floor with your big toe, your pinky, and your heel. We'll go 1 more rep. Good job. Okay, go ahead and set your weight aside. We're gonna go back through some of those movements again, almost like a cool down, okay? We'll do them a little deeper, a little slower. Let's sit down into your squat. If you wanna get a little deeper this time, you can. Stand up, reach really high up overhead, lean to the left, lean to the right. Let's do 1 more just like that, squat down. You can even prop your knees open. If you want to get super deep here to get those hips to stretch out, feel a little looser, drive through your legs to stand up, reach really high overhead, lean to the left, lean to the right. Let's set those elbows on your knees again, reaching your right arm high up to the sky. Bring that hand down, reach high up to the sky the other way. 1 more each direction. And back. Good job. Go ahead and set 1 knee down on the floor. We're gonna rock between our hip flexor stretch and a hamstring stretch. Really think about Staying lifted through your chest, bringing your chest forward rather than just collapsing. Think stay up tall, push back into that hip. Let's do that again. Press into the hip flexor and then rock it back. Press into the hip flexor and rock it back. Go ahead and switch legs. Now, I highly recommend that you do this workout again, maybe later this week, maybe even next week. The next time you do it, see if you're able to use slightly heavier weight than what you used today. You don't even need to use the same dumbbell for each of the exercises. You can switch it up. Now, if you really enjoyed this workout, then you'd probably really love my full Get Strong 30 program, which is a full 30-day course with quick, a little longer, maybe 20 to 25 minute long weightlifting workouts. You'd probably really love that one too. So I'll make sure that that link is in the description for you. But that's it for today, my friend. We covered a lot of territory. I'm super proud of you. Thanks again for joining me for another workout of the week.